So I finally got the chance to try Lovable AI, and I have to say, I think I'm hooked. I didn't think it'd be so simple to build an app, but they've really blown me away. Because I did initially try it, and I just kind of put in a prompt, and I didn't really get much, out of it. I kind of thought, well, this is okay, but what do I do with it? And then, of course, this Lovable's free weekend, so they're allowing you to try the different models. And I tried. I saw it on Twitter, X, and I thought, let me just give this a try. And I'm blown away. I'm blown away. So, in typical fashion, I'm gonna do a tutorial, and I'm going to tell you what I did to kind of get started with Lovable. So this is a bit of a intro to Lovable tutorial. And I'm doing this because I was like intimidated by it for some reason. I'm not a developer, I'm a designer. So, maybe that's the reason why, I'm not too sure. But anyway, I was a little bit intimidated by it. But I think I found the steps kind of accidentally to do it in a way which I think can make it easy for anybody to get started with it. So I feel like if I can do it, anybody can do it. So I'm just gonna explain the steps. What you're gonna need is, you're gonna need some kind of generative AI. So Claude, ChatGPT, Gemini, it's up to you. Then you're gonna use that to generate ideas. So, brainstorm what kind of app you want. And then you're gonna use that same chat window you have to ask the model if it's actually feasible and lovable. I found that's quite helpful because it gets rid of things that you might be thinking of and might not necessarily be helpful for you. And then you're going to discuss like possible features you want to put in the app within the generative AI. So I use Claude, but of course, like I said, you can use anything you want. And then what you're going to do is you're going to find a design or create a design. So I'm a designer, so I create a design, but you can find a design out there that you want to use as inspiration, and you're going to give that to Lovable. So after, in that whole chat window you have where you've gone through the ideas, you select an idea, you've asked if it's viable, and you've kind of brainstormed some features with your generative AI, you're going to ask it to create a prompt for Lovable based on all the things you discussed. And then what that's going to do is that's going to just create like basically the perfect prompt. I didn't actually change anything in my prompt. So you're going to take that prompt, and then you're going to add the design inspiration you found or created, and you're going to put that into Lovable, and you're going to generate something. I think you're going to find that it's going to, hopefully, if all goes well, generate something that's like pretty incredible. I'll show you mine. So we're going to jump to the computer and I'll show you what I did. And I'll even walk you through some of the steps, and you can kind of see how I did it. I will drop a link to Lovable in the description if you want to check it out. Obviously, it's not like a sponsored video, but it's pretty incredible, and I think everybody should try it, especially if you have time this weekend. Okay, so let's jump into this. So I'm using Raycast's AI app. So I'm using Claude, so Anthropic Claude. You can use whatever you want, and like I said, you can use OpenAI as well, but I'm going to use Claude, and I'm just going to run through all the things I mentioned. So as I said, first of all, use the generative AI to help you get to a place where you can create a prompt and then paste that into Lovable. So what I did, and like I said, I kind of stumbled upon this, so I'll just go through the prompts I went with you, and you can kind of see how I got to where I got to. So I asked, so what kind of software can you build a Lovable? And then this is pretty generic. Then I just wanted to know, can you build native mobile apps? Because I was just thinking about different ideas. And I thought, can you build a video editing software? Very ambitious, but they said theoretically possible, but it would be super complex. So I said, let me do a simple income expense tracker, because actually this is, in my head, I thought it was perfect because I've always wanted like a super simple expense tracker type of app. I feel like there doesn't seem to be one that exists that I really like. Some stuff is just too complicated. Some stuff is just poorly designed. I want something that's really nicely designed and nice to use. And that just wasn't out there in the market, at least from what I could see. So I thought, okay, let me try that. And I think Jackpot says yes, absolutely. So I think that's a good sign. And then I start talking about different features, like I said. So once you find something you like, then start thinking about the features which could add value. So I was thinking about, can you generate PDFs, Excel? So I'm thinking about maybe invoices and these kind of things. And then I just said, can you turn this all into a prompt? So you see how you can get from nothing to something quite quickly. So I created this prompt. Well, I didn't create it. Claude created it. And then I took this prompt and I pasted it into Lovable. But actually there's one step I'm missing. So like I said before, you want to find a design to kind of, I guess, help Lovable kind of anchor a little bit, because it can create anything. So I had this design and the prompt ready. So I added the design here, attach images, and then I pasted the prompt into Lovable. And it gave me essentially this. So I've made some tweaks to this already, but I think it's very, very, very compelling to go from nothing to this in 10 minutes, if that. So I would encourage you, try it. I think this is the easiest way to start. Use the generative AI to help you get to a prompt, and then find a design you like, and then combine those two things. And it's a great starting point. And actually it's a lot of fun to vibe code, as the kids say. So yeah, hopefully that helped. Yeah, as I said, there'll be a link to Lovable. Hopefully you can get some free credits there. There's also a link to Raycast. Hope you can get something free there. It all helps the channel. Like I said, hope you enjoyed. Hope you got something from it. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. It takes a moment for you, but it means the world to me. And I'll catch you in the next one.